In this video, I want to show you how to make the regular hexagon cam. In Autodesk Inventor, create a new standard IPT file and choose Create. When you look at the regular hexagon cam drawing, you'll notice that we need to set two parameters very similar to the last cam that we created. We need to set a parameter for the diameter, or this D dimension, and also this hole or this slot that goes through the very center of this cam, which will be 0.26, and we will do that by creating a circle and then putting the square around that circle like we did on the previous cam. In Autodesk Inventor, the first thing we need to do is set the parameters. So we're going to choose Parameters and then Add Numeric Parameter, and we're going to type in DIA for diameter, and we will set this at 1. We will leave it at 1 because that is the default. We could set it at 2 or another number, but we'll just use 1 for now. And then we're going to add numeric, and we're going to create a hole parameter, and we're going to set that hole parameter at 0.26. And then we will click Done. Next, we will choose Circle, and at the origin, we will draw this circle, and we will just type in the word hole, and it gives us a circle with a diameter of 0.26, which is based off of the parameter that we had just set. Next, I want to draw a line, and I want to change, this got changed somehow, but I'm going to choose line, and I'm going to start this line and go straight over to the left. And if we look at this drawing, it needs to be from this center to this outer edge right here. It needs to be half. So half the diameter. So we're going to come over here and we're just going to make sure this line, we'll notice the horizontal constraint button appear. So we know it's going horizontal. We're going to type in DIA divided by 2, and we will press enter. These two items, these two lines, a circle and this line, I do not want to be permanent lines, so I'm going to make them construction lines. So I'm going to pick on the circle and change it to a construction, and then I'm going to change this line to a construction line. Next, we need to create the hexagon, and Autodesk Inventor, it's very easy to create a hexagon. So we're going to go to Polygon and choose a drop-down option, and make sure that if it's not set to polygon, that we hit the drop-down option to choose what we need, which is polygon. We're going to leave it at 6 for the hexagon, and then we just come over here and start the hexagon at the center, and we're going to go all the way to the end point of this line that we drew just a few moments ago. And then we hit done, and the hexagon's done. Now we need to do the square slot. Could have done that a little bit earlier. I like, again, to go back to polygon. This time I'm going to choose 4, and I'm going to start it at the center, and then I'm going to make sure that it snaps to the quadrant of the circle, make sure it's tangent to it, and then hit done again. So I'm going to hit finish sketch, and then I'm going to go to extrude. This time I'm going to choose this shaded area here, or this portion of the object, because this is obviously what I want to extrude. I'm going to type in my distance for A to be 0.25. If I wanted to make it the actual size of the hole, I could type in the word hole, and it would be the 0.26 that we typed in for the parameter of hole. But I'm just going to make this 0.25 just for the sake of being consistent with some of the other cams that we've made. And then I'm going to click OK. And again, just to review, this is the regular hexagon cam, and we used parametric modeling techniques to create this cam. And if we needed to edit this or make this bigger in any way, parametric modeling makes it very easy to change that. So we can go up to parametric modeling, and if I wanted this to be the diameter, if I wanted this to be 2, I can just type in 2, hit enter, and hit done, and you'll notice that it makes it much bigger, but it keeps the size of the hole the same, and some of the other things that we want to lock in place, it keeps those in place. But I can also go back and I can change it to 3 and see what that's going to look like. Maybe that's too big. I can go back to 1. I can even change it to 1.5. So you can play around. This makes it very easy when you're making your automata to make quick adjustments to your cams to fit the automata that you're making. So that's how you make the regular hexagon cam in Autodesk Inventor.